Hi, I'm Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So I am back today to discuss my next planner lineup. This will be part 2 of a 3-part series where I'm going to just kind of review quickly what I'm going to be using for my business / work / social media planner for the fall time frame. So it'll start in August. Even though these planners started in July, I'll be starting them in August. And they will take me presumably at least through the end of the year in December. So this particular planner, I already introduced part 1, which was the Homesteader collection. It was the whole collection, both big, classic, and mini. And then that was going to be sort of, one was the big was my desk calendar. The classic size will be sort of a catch-all. And then the mini was my on-the-go kind of planner. So for my business work planner, I do prefer a classic size because if I need to grab it and go, this is for me the most portable, but it's also giving me the most space with which to write. So I do have a system that I've been working and it is working for me. So I'm going to kind of stick with that same system. I'm just kind of freshening up my planner style and going to add something else in for this particular season, let's say, that I'll be going into. And this planner will become eventually my frankenplanner, which is what I currently have right now. And it has all the tabs in it. It will, once I get the cover in, I will come back, and kind of show y'all that I'm doing. And that will become my frankenplanner when I pull these things out and combine them with you. Or combine it with it together. So what I'm going to do today is just go over the planners I've chosen and how I plan on setting them up. And then I'm going to freshen up some of the discs on here. So I'm going to set this one aside just so I have more room to work. Okay. So I've got 2 planners I'm incorporating for my business / social media. I have Modern Months, which is a checklist layout. And I resisted this one for the longest time because I always thought it was kind of odd that the word cut off at the bottom. And it's even like that on some of the tabs. I thought it was like an error in printing, but maybe that was intentional. So I kind of just didn't pay attention to it. But then for whatever reason, I don't know why, but I happened to come along this planner here, which is the Playful Abstract. This was not on my radar in any way. Initially, I didn't like how, it kind of looked. But, sometimes things come to be when you just have this epiphany. And I just had this vision in my mind of how I would set them up, and I decided to run with it. So these 2 will be combined to become my business / social media / frankenplanner for the July through December time frame. And I'm super excited about it because I do have a very cool setup coming. So as you know, I'm going to merge these 2 together. I don't intend to keep them separately because my plan is to merge them. I do have a plan in place. Again, if it works, that's something I'm going to see. But so this one here is a monthly layout, which is something that does work. I do like that I can go to this dashboard and see at a glance everything that I want to do or need to do. I do wish this whole side, while I love the quote, I do wish this whole side had like 2 more habit trackers, but I can make it work for me. So I do love this. This dashboard is very functional for me, and on a day that might be tight to do this or that, I can just kind of get a glance and just go do my job. So I will be incorporating this, and I'll be incorporating only two of the task pages because I have found that setting them up like my project, so 4 projects. I did this in a past video. I will link that video up top. and so that you can see what I did and how I set it up. And then these pages are going to kind of disappear when I pull in the checklist portion of this planner. So this one will incorporate, so this page will go away, and I'll be incorporating these. So in my planner, my business planner, I'll essentially have my month, my dashboard, 2 project pages or task pages, and then the rest will be all this checklist layout. So it's quite a bit. What I really like is the fact that these 2 planners, let me open up to August in here. These 2 planners have the same disc edge. So in almost the same font, like it's almost a perfect match. So whether I take the tab from one versus the tab from the other, I haven't decided on that because I do kind of like both of them in different ways. But what I'm going to do for today is, first what I'm going to do is we're going to change these discs out. This is going to become my cover of choice at the moment. I'm going to use, I have a little storage box from, I believe it was Michael's, and I keep all my metal discs in these boxes. I have 2 of these cream colored boxes and 2 gray fabric. And basically I keep all of my metal discs in here, and my others are full, and I'm already working on this one. So that's why the plastic ones I just kind of toss in a bin. That's just what I do. But on my, or for my metal, I do like to have them a little more organized. So I'm gonna pull those out, and I'm going to kind of talk through a few things as I make a lot of noise and tear this apart. So I'm first going to start with the cover. And I love the outside cover, but I'm not like totally sold on the inside. I'll try and keep most of the noise to a minimum. And then I'm going to set this aside just until I'm ready to start pulling out pages, just so I have enough room to get through everything. So I do love the pink. I love the white against it. And this is kind of like a coppery, it's not gold. It's almost like a, and again, this goes back to like the homesteader. It just kind of gave me a nice fall vibe. And so I just kind of want to stick with that, this little leaf pattern. Oh, I think I might have bent that a little too much. It'll survive. As you know, these planners, they get tossed around, so I'm not overly worried. So I'm just popping these discs on, and they had, let's see, so the color that was on there was a plastic that was in line with the copper foil. But I prefer to have metal on my discs, or metal discs on my planners. They just give them a little bit more class, I think. So look at this difference, right? Doesn't this look so fresh and nice? I love the color combination. So yes, I'm super happy about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate, I'm going to start with August. Now, for the time being, I'm only going to put August in here because I'm going to be, as you know, frankenplanning. So I don't know if I'm going to be keeping 1 or 2 or 6 months in. So I've got all my planners everywhere here. And this is the cover for this, but I kind of like the one from the modern months. I just like this hello better. So I'm kind of on the fence about that, but for now, I will put this back so just so to keep it organized and I know what's what. So I will bring over the ones from this planner for now. So I'm bringing over the hello page and the perpetual calendar months. And then I'm not going to put July in. So I'm going to start right off in August. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little more organized here because in the month of August, there is only so much I'm going to be working with. I want to make sure that I don't, oh, you know what? That'll be fine. I'm kind of in my head. Don't mind me. So because the final pages that I'm taking out of here are going to have the month on it, I'm going to use this. Let me get this all. I'm running out of space here. So many ideas and so little space. So because I'm going to be using the tail end of August from the modern months, I'm going to be essentially using and just pulling out the dashboard for that. But for now, I'm just going to leave this one here. Okay, so we're going to pull over. I think I like the tab. I do like the black and white tabs for this. So let me pull this one out because I had already started doing, I did a test run. So let me pull this over. All right, so I need to have, because again, I'm not doing July. Or you know what? Since I already put it together, I'm going to pull this over just as it is, and then I'll pull over August, and then I'll review it quickly. So let's see, we've got July. I'm just going to pull over the July tab for now of this current planner. And then let's see, that will give me the August dashboard for the next month. Okay, so now we're into August. I'm going to use the August tab from, I forget the name now, let's see, this is the August tab from Modern Months. I'll get it straight in time. So we have Modern Month, but then I'm not going to use the tab from here, but then I'm going to pull over these two here. It sounds confusing, and it kind of is at first, but once I get them all in here, you'll see what I mean. And then I'm going to pull over, let's see, we've got these 2 pages. All right, and then I'm going to get this one out of the way. I'm going to pop this in here just because it's easier to review what I mean. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have my month, my dashboard, I have my task pages, and now I'm going to pull over my weeks, which would be these. So the month tab, is that? Yes, they're the same. Okay, I say tab, but it's really the dashboard or currently. So many options. What I will likely do is I will likely take most of the tabs out of here because I do like the black and white minimal look to this. If I find a tab or two from the other one I like, I'll pull that over. But for the most part, I think I'm going to be pulling tabs from Modern Months. So this will go into here. Now, assuming I did this right. And we're set to have some thunderstorms, so I'm trying to get through this quickly, or as quickly as I can. So I'll go back to July because I did already pull out July to kind of give you a look as to what I'm talking about. So I will have my currently page as normal. I will have my tab. This is the July month, and this is a combination of the two. So this will be my July month, my July dashboard. I'll have 2 task pages, and then these 2 pages will be glued together, which is one of the task pages and the month of the other planner. Those 2 will be put together, and then I'll go right into my weeks. So this is going to be month, monthly dashboard, task project pages, and then weeks. And then that will take me to the end where I have, and I may have put in too many pages here. Let's see. Okay. So it'll take me to the end of the month. These 2 pages, which will be one of the month currently pages, and one of the back end of the task pages, and I'll put those together. And then the last week will take me into what I like to have are these 2 blank pages. I like to have the ability to make notes or sketch out ideas. So this is, or even, list what worked, what didn't work kind of thing with my system. And so I really like that idea, and I want to keep it. So really what I'm doing is I'm incorporating, I have the same setup, different planner, but same setup. And now I'm incorporating weeks. Again, these 2 pages will be put together. And then within the weeks, my thought process was that in the top box, I will keep in there things that would be coming due, and then the things that I, so such as like videos or things of that nature that I want to get done, posts. The checklist section will be just that. It'll be basically a task list of the things I need to do that day. So what's going to basically happen in my mind, again, once I get it in play, we'll see how well it works. But I have my dashboard here, which are basically my monthly goals for all of the sections that I have. I have my YouTube and my blog and the newsletter and then, Instagram and all the things. So this is going to tell me overall in the month what needs to get done. And then I will start listing out each of the weeks. Now for this particular planner, the bottom box will either be decorated or it will incorporate like a photo, the best photo of the week for, say, social media or something of that nature. So I'm kind of incorporating business with social media, and I'm trying to get it all done with just one simple planner. So it's a frankenplanner, but it's going to serve multiple purposes. It's going to allow me to keep track of all my business, which are all those extra tabs I have in my frankenplanner, but also keep me on target with what I'm doing and when it needs to be done. So this dashboard worked, but sometimes I would, let's say, take YouTube. I would have, I'd write down all the ideas that I have for the month, but I didn't necessarily have a designation as to when I thought I was going to get it done. So that's what these weeks will now serve for me. And then I'll still get my task pages, which will become my project pages, which will allow me to stay on target for completing one project per week, whatever the project may be, whether it is for my blog or meaning a craft or something at home, a gift that I'm making for someone. I have tons of Cricut projects. And now one of the projects, which probably won't occur within a month, is I'm now looking at having the need to revamp my craft room a little bit. I've had it now set up. It's an IKEA craft room that I've had set up now. I took a lot of time to do it last year. It took me years, multiple years to get this system in place. I got it in place around June of last year. I finally started getting all the pieces coming together. And I've just kind of grown out of it slightly, and I need to make a few tweaks and adjustments. So that is now on one of my projects, but that may not become a month project because I have to kind of figure out what's going to go where. So that may become a long-term project where I have a project sheet. So as you know, I had a project tab, and then that would become that. So I am hoping to have at least, I'm going to have to pare down my frankenplanner a bit because I do like to stay with the classic size, is to have hopefully at least 3 months worth of months in my frankenplanner for work. So I'll be super excited to show you when the cover comes in. It's going to look super smart, and I love the idea that I have. I love that I'm incorporating some weeks. I will, make a few tweaks as I go along. As you know, if you plan, you no system is perfect. Life happens, and with that, you have to adjust with it. And your planner system should adjust with you. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm looking forward to incorporating these changes. I will be using these for a different purpose because previously I started using them to do my YouTube videos. But then I incorporated the monthly dashboard and that kind of went away. So I will use those for a different purpose. Today's goal was just simply to introduce you to part 2 of my new planner lineup for the fall, August through December, and maybe longer, because these both are 18-month planners. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this system in its entirety will work, and I'll just be able to use this till December of 2024. That would be amazing and great. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that that's what happens. It's not that the other system wasn't working. I just felt like I needed to refresh it and get a fresh perspective on what I was going to be doing. So that is my planner part 2 system for business, work / social media. It will become a frankenplanner. It incorporates both of these planners, both modern months and funky, is it funky abstract? Let me just double check that. Playful abstract. Got that one way wrong. And then it will ultimately be in a cover, and I will have the tabs at top as well. So this is to introduce it. I will later come back when I have all the elements and we will put them together. But by introducing it to you, I can get started on my plans on how I'm going to work it, set it up, and get prepared for the 1st of August, which is fast approaching. And I don't want to be behind. So that is it. The next video, part 3, will be introduction of my new creative journal, which I'm also changing up a bit. I liked how things were going, and I think I'm going to expand that a little bit more, so stay tuned for that. So this is now my business planner come next month. I do hope you continue to join me and see its finished process, and then also we'll get our August set up. It's just going to be a whole lot of fun and a whole lot of new ideas, and I'm excited. I hope you are too. So that is it for today's introduction. I hope I've inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that this has inspired you to incorporate new techniques or new layouts for your planner process, whether it's for personal or business, and that it has inspired you to create your beautiful life, one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.